Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and yes, I am back after a couple of days. I had gotten sick this last week past, and it's taken me about 4 or 5 days to kind of recuperate from that. But I am back, and hopefully regular uploads will begin from this point forwards. And I'm starting it off with 2 Attila battles that I'm going to be uploading for you guys. And these are going to be my 250 milestone subscribers battles. As you can tell from my 320 subscribers, I'm way behind in getting these battles underway, but just things have kind of picked up in my personal life, and I've just been busy. So yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy these 2 battles here. So the first battle, part 1, is a Western versus Eastern faction style. So we've got a bunch of Eastern factions on one side and a bunch of Western factions on the other. We'll take a look at the army comps here in just a minute. But I just want to say a quick thank you guys to all the support that you've given to me on my channel. I never thought that I would be reaching 320 subscribers this quickly. And I believe I started uploading regularly with commentary in January of this year, so it's only taken me 8 months to get this far, and I really appreciate that. But now that I have so many subscribers and so many people interested in my content, I would appreciate a little bit more feedback on my channel. I do take constructive criticism very well. So if you guys are kind of wanting to see less Attila and more of other Total War titles, I really want to get some more Napoleon content on my channel. And Shogun 2 I have as well, and Empire, Medieval 2. I have most of them. So if that's something that you guys want to see, or you guys have any special battles that maybe you want me to orchestrate, I'd be more than happy to do that for you, because this channel, it's not just for me, it's for you guys as well. And by the amount of people that are joining me, it's obviously I'm doing something right. So again, I really appreciate everything that you guys have done for me, and hopefully you enjoyed this battle. So let's get it started here. So this is a massive battle. I wanted to have a couple of really nice epic battles for you guys for my 250 milestone. So, like I said, it's Eastern versus Western, and I am playing on the Eastern side, and just look at the man count. It's almost 16,000 soldiers on the battlefield as of right now. So let's take a look at the army comps real quick before we get it started. We'll start with my army here. So I'm playing as the Tanukids. I've got 4 units of Desert Hurlers in the front, followed by 4 units of Tanukid Pikes, and 6 units of Kushite Shotele, or Shatolai. Chatelai, Tier 3 infantry, pretty solid. And then, of course, you guys knowing me as the Tanukids, I've got my Klibinari with gold chevron upgrades, so pretty elite force there. And then I've got Mavia's bodyguards over on this side. Looking at Hamdog CDXX's army over here, he is joining me in this battle, so he's got some Armenian slingers, about 4 units of them. He has 4 units of the elite immortals. These guys are epic looking, so they are moving forwards. Then he's got a bunch of elite Dalamite infantry. He's got a couple units of Persian bows as well. He's got his general Safbed. And I think he has 5 units of the Grivpenvar Cataphrats. So just look at these guys. They look pretty epic. But we can't look at them too long. We got a lot of other armies to take a look at, and I don't want to miss too much of the battle starting off. So we got another player over here. I believe his name was Tin Can. He's got 5 units of Fundidores, or 6 units actually. Then he's got about 6 units of Hitarie Guard. And then 5 units of Klibinari, so as well bring in the Shock Cav. And where's his general? Right in the center, he's got a Palatina Guard. And then James the Great is over here. He's playing as the Himmler. So he's got a bunch of Amalak's Lancers. For his general, he's got Zafar Sentinel. Then he's got a bunch of these Kayayenlim? I don't know how to pronounce that. Kalhailim? Something of that nature. And he's got some Athar's Chosen too. These guys kind of remind me of gladiators. They look pretty epic. They're probably like a ridiculous shock infantry. And he's got some desert hurlers as well. And it looks like the battle is going to begin over here. I'm just going to pause it real quick and kind of skim over the enemies. So we got the first unit over here as the Franks, or the first unit, the first player. So he's got some Germanic archers here, Germanic spearmen. He's got 3 units of Royal Extrusiones. He's got 2 units of Germanic crossbows, another unit of spears behind. Then he's got some Francisca Heerban. And then for his cav, he's got his Frankish general, and then a lot of these this cavalry guard and noble horsemen. So pretty elite cav. I love these cav units with the massive shields on the back. That looks really cool. And then we've got a Western Roman Empire player over here. So he's got some Western Auxilia Palatina. He's got some Corniente Signores. For his cav, he's got some Scout Equites over here. So we've got some Elite Ballistariae. In the back, he's got some Herculane Signores, so elite infantry saved for the end of the battle. His general is a Master Militum, and he's got some Scolae Palatinae over here as well. Looking at the third player who would be facing off against me, it is the Jutes. So he's got some Nordic hurlers in the front line, about 4 units. Then he's got some Chosen Warriors. These guys are very, very elite, very deadly. Then he's got some Viking Raiders and some Royal Huskarls in behind. And we got a Nordic Raid Leader for his general. Then he's got a ton of Nordic Horse Lords, 6 units of them total. And then the Saxon player, he's actually withdrawing up this slope here. So he's got his general, the chieftain with Gedrick. He's got some Jethithas, or Jezithas. And he's got some Nordic Spearmaster, he's got some Nordic Axe Warriors, Nordic Pikemen. So pretty diverse army, and then he's got all his cav over here as well, claiming the hill. He's got Nordic Horse Lords and Saxon Lancers. So let's go ahead and start this battle. It will probably lag, so just be prepared for that with the amount of units on the battlefield. But it's going to start right here. It looks like James the Great is charging forwards into the Germanic Spearmasters here. And just look at all the axes being thrown. Yeah, these very lightly armored troops are probably going to get cut down very easily. Looks like we got some cav charging in as well. So yeah, this battle is begun just like that. So looks like the Frankish player kind of pushing all of his cav over onto this one flank here, but James the Great is sending in some of his Athar's Chosen to aid his 1 unit of cav that's holding them back. In the meantime, it looks like he's got a decent charge over here against some of the crossbows. In the center as well, we've got some of the Scout Equites trying to harass the Tin Can Eastern Roman Empire player over here. For myself and Hamdog, we're kind of taking a little bit of a slower approach. I'm just trying to push away these Nordic hurlers here because they actually were doing very well against my army. So yeah, it looks like they're going to pull back. So yeah, pushing forwards my pikes, just kind of screening my men here. But most of the battle is going on over here. I'm just going to probably have it in slow motion for most of the battle. Here we go. We got some of the Scout Equites coming in here from the Eastern Roman Empire, or sorry, the Western Roman Empire. It's going to get a nice charge on some of these desert hurlers here. Yeah, knocking a couple of them down there. I think his real target is this cav, though. No, actually, he's going for the Athar's Chosen. The Frankish cav is actually in melee with them currently. Let's come over here to this massive blob of men as well. So we got Athar's Chosen up against the elite Frankish infantry. Yeah, these guys are pretty solid. They're pretty heavily armored. How are we doing over on this flank? If we turn on the HUD, yeah, a lot more cav has been engaged. You can see that a lot of the Frankish cav is starting to waver just from the amount of casualties they've taken. probably from the insane charges of these Alamux Lancers. For those of you guys that don't know, camels actually do cause fear amongst horses, so it can affect your morale. Look at those masks, though. That's pretty intense. I would not want to see that charging towards me there. Alright, let's zoom out and take a look at what else is going on. So, it looks like Tin Can is just getting his infantry into melee against the spear wall here. Kind of zoom in and see this. Nice, epic charge. Yeah, they're going to cut up these lead Palatina here. You can see that there's a lot of men actually being pushed towards my infantry. So I actually take a couple of my Kushite swords and try to zone out this push, because I don't want to be outflanked at this point. Looking at Hamdog, he is just about to engage. The Saxon players started to pour down the mountainside now. And my infantry is engaged against the Jutes, but these Nordic warriors are far superior to my men. Oh yeah, nice kills against the Nordic warriors though. There we go. Yes. These guys are pretty sick. I do like them. Usually in low money battles, though, I don't tend to bring them just because I'd rather have the Tanukid ambushers. But, so we're doing well over there. Let's take a look at the Saxons pouring down this hillside. They're charging into these elite immortals, but looks like they've kind of come up in a square formation here. So hopefully they'll be able to hold on all sides. Just look at that, though. That is crazy. You just, like, look up the mountainside and you see all these Saxons pouring down. That looks awesome. Alright, so let's zoom out and take a look at what's going on over here. So, battle is about half over. These Attila battles just go so quickly. You can see that the Frankish player is being swept aside by the Himlars. And looks like we've got some more of the infantry pushing in against the Western Roman Empire now. So we've got a good charge moving forwards. The elite Palatina getting a good spear wall, though, to kind of stop these elite warriors from venturing further behind the enemy lines. But if we kind of just pan over and look in behind the Camel Lancers have completely broken through. They're just going to be pushing right along behind enemy lines, wiping out all these crossbows. So we're doing very well on that flank. And even in the center as well, looks like the Hetaria Guard have just wrecked the Eastern Roman Empire. But over on my flank, I'm having a little bit more trouble. All of my cav I had moved over to engage the Saxon cav in case they came down the hill. And they never ended up doing that, so I've redeployed them over here to try and save my depleted infantry. Here they are coming in. But, oh yeah, they're getting hit pretty hard by the Pila of these Nordic warlords here. Good charge. Let's go ahead and turn it on to regular speed, see if it's going to lag a lot. It's pretty choppy, but the balance of power is pushing into our favor at this point. We kind of zoom out and take a look at the entire battlefield, if I can even do that. There we go. So yeah, on the left flank we're doing really well, just kind of encircling the last units of the Romans and the Franks. Looks like some of the Saxon Lancers have moved over to kind of stop this flood, but it's kind of all in vain at this point. So many men engaged in this fight. I did, if I can slow this down here we go. I did get an excellent charge with my general's bodyguard into these Viking raiders, and I was able to just destroy them. So that general was actually slaughtered pretty quickly. Other than that, though, most of my infantry is gone at this point. What unit is this here? Oh yeah, we've got the Saxons pushing forwards against my men as well. You can see I've got a really thin line of pikes with my Kushite swords holding over here. This Nordic general's just, or sorry, this Nordic warrior here is going ham on this poor Kushite warrior. So yes, pretty solid battle for the eastern factions. Like I said for myself, most of my infantry you can see has been obliterated. But on the other flank here, the Himmler and Eastern Roman Alliance has done very well on their side. And we've got, yeah, 4,700 men and 1,700 for the western side. So let's go ahead and put it to play again. We've got the general up here still fighting. He's pretty much been fighting for most of the battle. Chieftain with Gedrick. He is steady, even with that excellent charge by the Sassanids right into the backs of their men. Yes, I would say the battle's turning in our favor. I think here's most of the last of the Jute infantry fighting on. Got another one of the Royal Huscarls here. You can see there's a couple of them when you zoom down into the heat of the battle. But if you zoom out, they're just kind of covered by all of the cav that's just been pushing in around them. Let's kind of turn around so we can see what's going on behind us there. Whoops. My bad. So yeah, just look at this desert hillside. Just thousands of men lying on the ground, thousands of men still fighting.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
And my general was actually slain on the battlefield at this point. I think I was the only one who lost my general. But he did not die in vain. He was holding back a lot of this Saxon cav over here that you can see. And if we look up the hillside, you can still see that the Saxons are fighting. And the general is still fighting all the way up the hillside there. Let's watch these immortals get a good flank here. Oh, throw in their Pila before going in. Yeah, look at the spray. The shock cav for the Sassanids are moving out. Oh. Oh, yeah, they're just destroying this cav unit over here. And now they're just kind of pushing in to clean up the survivors. So yes, if you were rooting for the Western factions, it is a dark day for you. Unfortunately, they were all slain on the battlefield here. It's to the last minute and 40 here, so I'll just turn it on to play. Even with the number of troops right now, it's probably still going to be a little bit laggy, but see if we can get a high-speed charge here. You can see some of the cav moving forwards. Yeah, here come the camels. Nice charge. Oh, they don't even slow down. Don't even slow down. My goodness. That's got to break most of that entire flank. Yeah, look at that. The axe is breaking. The Nordic Spearmaster's breaking. And what do we got left? I think it's just the general over here. Yeah, this is the final stand. The Saxon general hanging on for dear life. I think that most of them are in behind here. Yes, they are. Let's go ahead and zoom in. And enjoy the last minute of the battle right here. With the Sassanid Cav up against the elite Saxon warriors. Nice charge by some more of the Sassanid cavalry into the backs of the elite Nordic warriors. And yeah, they're pretty much gone. I think that's it. That's it. Just a final mob for the hill. Look at all the dead there. Oh, and there we go. Close victory, but a victory nonetheless. So let's take a look at the results here. So yes, thanks very much to all of the other players for joining in. So taking a look at my army here. A lot of my infantry doing okay, but not that great. My cav doing not too bad, though. And Tin Can is Eastern Romans, doing well with his Hatarier Guard. Slinger's not doing too much, but he made up for it with his Cav. Hamdog's army doing pretty good all around, I'd say. Most of his army got decent kills, so pretty good there. And then James the Great, his camel's doing insane, and the rest of his infantry doing okay as well. Taking a look at the Jutes, he was the one fighting me, so getting a lot of good kills. Cutting down a lot of brave Easterners in this battle. His Cav really suffering there. I think they could have gotten some better kills. One got 82, but really his Nordic warriors were what saved the day there. The Western Roman Empire, this Auxiliary Palatina, like most of his spears just got wiped out. Even his Herculani Signores didn't do too well. And the Franks... also kind of suffering. He kind of made the mistake of mobbing his forces up too tightly, and then the Himmlars just kind of surrounded them all. And the Saxon player, pretty okay. Again, nothing to really talk about here. One of the units here getting 106, but these units are pretty expensive, so a lot of his cav getting barely any kills. So I think it was just a lack of kills that made the Easterners the victors in this battle. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed part 1 here, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more comment. And just be honest with me, like if you feel there's something that I do that you don't really like, or maybe you'd like to see more of another game, just let me know. I can't obviously make everybody happy on my channel, but I'd like to try to make most of you guys happy, because this is a community, and I really enjoy putting out content for you guys. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.